Hello, and welcome back to Funnelheads. My name is Andrew, and today we have the complete walkthrough of the MSC Meraviglia, which we just got off about a month ago. Absolutely beautiful ship. We're going to go through all of the areas, tell you a little bit about each area, as well as some tips and tricks mixed into the video. Now, this ship was built in June of 2017, and fun fact, while we were on board, we actually celebrated the Meraviglia's 7th birthday, which was really cool. Now, the ship is 15 passenger decks tall, weighs at 171,598 gross tons, and has the length of 1,036 feet. The maximum speed for this ship is 22.7 knots and has a guest capacity maximum at 5,642 guests with 1,536 crew. Now let's start off on deck 5 in this gorgeous atrium. This is actually where you're going to come on the ship for the first time, and it literally gave us goosebumps. It's just so beautiful with the elegant staircases, great spots to take pictures, especially on the gala nights. Now you do have a bar that's located off the atrium as well, which is the Infinity Bar. Great spot to grab a drink when you're getting on the ship for the first time or meeting friends throughout your cruise. You can also expect live music here each and every night, variety of artists, some piano players, as well as guitars. Of course, they may differ on your cruise, but just stunning. Also off the atrium is going to be the guest services line to the right there. That's if you have any questions, while you're on board, if they need to fix any accounting issues. Coming up, you have the MSC excursions desk. That's for any activities that you want to book or if you have any questions for. Continuing on deck 5 midship, you have the Waves Restaurant. Now this is going to be a sit-down restaurant for dinner. Now you can do breakfast and lunch here, but it's basically open seating for those meals. At dinner, you would have either early time dinner or late time dining if you were assigned to this restaurant. But an absolutely beautiful venue. Now moving up to deck 6, all the way forward, you have the Broadway Theatre. Now you can access this theater on deck 5 or 6, but this is where you're going to find all of your nightly shows, whether it's Broadway style, variety acts, or playlist productions. Now some of the variety acts would include magic, juggling, danger acts, things of that nature, but it is a very big theater, as you can see, and very beautiful as well. We never had issues getting seats. Although if you do want a good seat, I would suggest, showing up about 15 minutes early to get some of the best ones. Now continuing on deck 6, right outside the theater, you have the Meraviglia Bar and Lounge. This is a great spot to grab a drink, and in the early evening, there's always typically live music set up, and they've got a great dance floor that's usually pretty full, so if you like dancing and letting loose a little bit, this might be just the spot for you. Now right outside of this bar, you have our favorite spot on the ship, and that's the Meraviglia Galleria. As you can see, the ceiling is all LED lighting, and it changes throughout the day, as well as plays different videos. Just an amazing, main piece for this ship. Now, alongside the Meraviglia Galleria, it's going to be lined up with a variety of different stores that you can shop at, get some souvenirs if you'd like. One of them is going to be the boutique, which is going to have a variety of different clothes, shoes, different handbags, things of that nature. Another one is going to be the fine watches and jewelry. Of course, that's pretty self-explanatory, but they do have a good selection of different jewelry and watches. Now, on the opposite side of these stores, you have the Phillipe chocolate and coffee venue. It smells amazing, makes this entire area just smell like coffee and chocolate. Absolutely amazing. You can create your own chocolate bars, customize it with a machine. You can buy, of course, already prepared chocolates, including these chocolate, MSC ships, which we really wanted to take some of those home, but we actually were getting on the Carnival Venezia the next week, so we knew they wouldn't last, but definitely the next time we go on this ship, we want to get a couple of those. Now, across from the coffee and candy, you have Holas Tacos, which is a specialty restaurant on board serving Mexican. You can do either a la carte, where you pay for, what you eat, or you can do like a buffet style. I recommend doing the buffet style because the portions are very small, and you're probably going to eat, enough to cover $18. Continuing down the Meraviglia Galleria, we have some more stores lined up, as well as more shops that we're going to view. This is the Phillipe Crepes and ice cream. We didn't have any of this. We just kept forgetting about it somehow, but it looked amazing, smelled amazing, and people were very happy eating it. Now, this is the Plaza Meraviglia, and this area right here next to this beautiful statue, they actually set up these like pop shops. So they'll be selling, a variety of different things, from right there at different times of the day, especially like sale items. Now, there are several shops, including the watches and sunglass store, as you can see here. So if you're looking for those items, that's your shop. You also have the perfume and cologne store, so they sell all different brands, some of the best brands in the world. And then you also have the little mini mall store. This is kind of like, your miscellaneous things like little snacks and things of that nature. Now, across from these stores, you have the Cay Restaurant, which is going to be another specialty restaurant on board. This is more like catered to seafood needs, and unfortunately we didn't eat there. Michelle is not super into seafood at the moment, although she is trying to like it. She really wants to like it, so it would have been worth it for us. But if you've eaten at Cay, let us know in the comment section below if you liked it, if you thought it was worth it. Would definitely like to check it out. It's a very intimate and beautiful setting, so possibly a date night specialty restaurant. Now we're continuing on in the Meraviglia Galleria, coming to the end, and it's going to pop us back out in the Atrium. But again, this spot is just one of the best spots, and there's actually a second tier to the Meraviglia Galleria, and we'll come back and see it in just a second. But just another beautiful view of the Atrium. We spent a little bit of time right here listening to some great music. Now, off of the Atrium on this deck, you do have the MSC Shop. Now, this is going to be more like an actual souvenir store, so if you like ship models, MSC branded merchandise, this is going to be your store. We did purchase a ship model, and I think one of the Doree stuffed animals for our little one. He absolutely loved it. Outside of the shop, you have basically the photo gallery on board. They do have this really cool iris scan area. Now, it is quite expensive from what we heard. We didn't try it on this one because it just wasn't in the budget. But basically, they take a picture of you and your significant other or your kid's, eye or your iris of your eye, and it makes a really cool art or piece of, basically just a really nice piece of art that you can hang in your home or whatnot. And all of them are different because, eyes are very different from one to another. So it could be a really cool, piece for your home. Now on the opposite side, you do have the Edge Cocktail Bar. This was one of our favorite bars, just a really cool setting. We had a lot of really cool bartenders that were quick, friendly, and it was just kind of our go-to bar. You can kind of listen to the music off the atrium there, and also you can see, the destination or the water on either side. Now moving to the aft of the ship, still on deck 6, we have the 3 other restaurants on board, as far as the your time dining or the early or late seating dining. We are not going to butcher these names, but I will put them on screen. There's no way I'm going to pronounce them correctly, so we're not even going to try, but these are stunning venues. It was really funny as I was walking through them at about 4:30 in the morning. I kept looking back and listening or hearing people talk, and it was actually just music that they played in these restaurants. It was like laughing and just chatter, so it's funny that they play that music, but absolutely beautiful views, and just walking through this entire area just felt like a dream. I mean, just gorgeous through and through. And the last restaurant, located all the way aft of the ship, is going to be the Panorama Restaurant, and that's where we actually ate right around 6:15, I believe it was. Perfect time for dinner, and the food and the service was excellent here. Now moving up to deck 7, we have some people's favorite venue, and that is the casino on board. It is massive on the Meraviglia, lots of different slot machines, lots of different tables, as you can see. I think I recorded this on Ocean Cay Day, so the casino is still open on their private island, so it was a little bit busy, but there was a lot of people definitely off the ship exploring the island. But I will say that I did not have any luck in this casino, nor did Michelle. We dabbled here and there, still had a lot of fun. Drink service was very quick and efficient, but yeah, unfortunately, luck wasn't on our side for this sailing, but hopefully it is for you. Let me know in the comment section below, what's your favorite slot machine that you play? What's your favorite table? Like I said, we're just starting to get into the casino here and there. Of course, we have little one with us, so we're only in there about an hour at a time, and not even every day. So, but we would love to know some of your favorites. Now on the aft of deck 7, you have the Carousel Theater, and we did not see any of the specialty shows on this ship. You can actually pay a little bit more for, I would call them specialty shows. They're basically like Cirque du Soleil style shows, very Vegas-like, and there's a couple of different shows to choose from. One of them that I remember is Houdini, which we were actually going to book, and then just time got away from us. So we'll definitely check it out next time, but also, let me know if you've seen any of the shows in this theater and how you enjoyed them. Outside of the casino on deck 7, you have the champagne bar, which I know Michelle loves her some champagne. They had this blueberry fizz champagne that she absolutely loved, so we frequented there quite a bit. And then you also have the future booking area, which if you book an MSC cruise, a future cruise on board an MSC ship, you get a little bit of kickback with onboard credit. Now on the opposite side, you do have the non-smoking casino. So if you prefer to, play your games in a smoke-free environment, this is the area for you. It was never very busy in this area. Now there's not a ton of variety of slot machines, but honestly it is a bigger area than most other ships that do have a smoke-free casino, so I will say that. Moving back to midship in the Meraviglia Galleria, second floor, you have Kaito, Teppanyaki, and Sushi. Now this, of course, is another specialty restaurant. We did not do the sushi on this ship. However, we've done sushi on 2 other MSC ships, and it was very good. The Teppanyaki we tried the one time on the MSC Seascape, and it was a little pricey, and I don't know if the guy was newer, the chef, but it didn't really have that showmanship that you would expect at a teppanyaki, but of course the food was very good, so there was that. Now continuing on is the Brass Anchor Pub, and this was another one of our favorite venues on board. Great selection of beers. They had sports on the TV. We actually watched some of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs while we were on the ship. Not much, just, catching a little bit here and there. Great live music as well back, that center corner, and the bartenders were amazing in there. Just another beautiful view of the Meraviglia Galleria. Can you tell that we love this area yet? We have so many good shots of it, and it just changed so much throughout the day. Now on the opposite side, you have the Butcher's Cut, and this is basically your steakhouse on board a specialty restaurant for sure. Absolutely amazing, cuts of meat as well as aged meat. So if you're into steak, definitely this is the spot for you. Next up, we have the TV studio and bar. This is another venue where you can grab a drink, but also they have late night karaoke here as well as a dance floor, live music at times as well. Really pretty venue. We didn't hang out in here as much as I thought we would, but there was definitely large groups in here for sure, having a great time. Now last on this deck, you have the Meraviglia Spa on board, which includes the barber shop, the salon, as well as a store where you can buy, specific different types of skin products and stuff like that. Now I gotta be honest, we've never really been spa people, but we took advantage of the free 1 hour, spa day session or whatever it's called. and we had an amazing time. We spent a little over an hour. We got lost track of time, but we were trying everything. We were doing everything, you know, spending 5 to 10 minutes in each you know, thing that they had to offer, and it was a wonderful time. We tried to record just us in there. Of course, you know, we wanted to video privately, didn't want to really catch anybody on video, although we did catch 1 or 2 people here or there. It is what it is. But again, the spa on this ship was fantastic. They had an ice room, which we had a lot of fun in, you know, testing the ice on our skin, and then going into the different, you know, salt rooms, all the different saunas, the pools. Just amazing time. So I would definitely recommend doing, you know, a day pass to the spa, or if you are at, you know, the certain level as far as the MSC loyalty, you know, take advantage of that hour free spa session, because we loved it and we had fun, and we'll definitely do it again. So also on deck 7, actually, I know I said the spa was the last thing, but sorry, I lied. There is a outer decking that you can walk on. Great spot for taking some pictures or videos, whether you're dressed up or not. Sunsets, sunrises. There's also, if you happen to have a, you know, service dog, there's a little spot out there for them to go to the bathroom, which I've never seen before. I'm sure it's, you know, on other places, on other ships, but found it on the Meraviglia. This is also a great area if you want to walk down here, maybe get some morning activity in or whatnot. They do have a jogging track upstairs, but this is just, you know, another option. I'm moving all the way up to deck 15, kind of mid to aft of the ship. You have the buffet. As we come into the buffet on the left here, you actually have the kids station. This is a great idea. They have basically all things that kids would like. So for lunch example, they'd have like chicken nuggets, french fries, hot dogs, hamburgers, things like that nature. It does change a little bit, but it's only meant for kids and their families, and it really just helps out. Now the buffet on the Meraviglia is very large. It does kind of repeat options kind of along the way, but it does help, you know, with the large massive crowds. Now this buffet is definitely still going to get busy, so don't let it fool you. Just try not to eat during peak times and you should be okay. Now outside of the buffet, you have the dance floor as well as the stage and the main pool, which is the atmosphere pool. This is going to be right where the sail away parties take place, the white night, lots of different kids deck parties, and this is probably where you're going to want to be if you know, want to be outside and sun tanning, things of that nature. Absolutely love the size of this pool, as well as all the different, you know, loungers, and not only, you know, outside of the pool, but also the comfy bed loungers that are inside of the pool. Now just outside of the pool, you have the bar and ice cream station, so that way you can get both your drink on as well as a delicious soft serve ice cream at the same time. And on the opposite side, they have some outdoor eating. Now this is going to be basic food items like your pizza, hot dog, hamburger, chicken tenders, things like that, but just a great idea. Now I did want to capture the other side of the ship here. This is the port side, I believe, and this is going to be the smoking section on board the ship, or at least one of the smoking sections. So it takes up most of that side of the ship. So if you're a smoker, that's where you're gonna go. Now at the end of the smoking section, kind of right near the stage there, is going to be another bar. So this is going to be the second one near the main pool, and that's called the Atmosphere North Bar. It does get quite busy, but again, there are 2 bars, and the crew members do a great job at helping people as fast as they can. Now inside, you have the Solarium, which encompasses the bamboo pool, which you'll see in a second. This is a great area if it's inclement weather because this pool actually has a retractable roof on it. They did a good job on this ship where they opened the retractable roof quite a bit. As you can see in this video, it was actually open at the time of recording, which makes it another usable space. You're basically still outside. However, when the retractable roof covers it, it is super humid in this area and basically non-usable if the weather, is nice and sunny out. Now, you do have 2 whirlpools on each side of the pool, as well as whirlpools upstairs where you'll see it in a second. But another beautiful pool. Rhett, our little one, absolutely loved this pool, swimming in this indoor area. And of course, you have the bamboo bar as well. Now, moving up one deck to 16, we're going to get a better glimpse of the bamboo pool, as well as some of the activities that are up on this deck. You have foosball, as well as ping pong, and a couple of other games. Me and Rhett would typically play a little bit if they were open. You also have these amazing whirlpool jacuzzis that are encompassed in glass. They do hang off the side of the ship, so if you are a little bit afraid of heights, it might not be the best spot for you, but absolutely beautiful views, especially when the ship is moving. However, it can get really hot in those, as you can imagine. Now, moving back outside, we are near the main pool again, that atmosphere pool, and of course up here you do have 2 more hot tubs, as well as the jogging track or the walking track. There's actually 1 line for walking, 1 line for jogging, and it was pretty active, so if you're somebody that likes to get their steps in, a perfect place to do that. Now, as we walk all the way to the back of the ship, you have the adults only area, which is going to be the Horizon pool, which is quite small but does the trick, as well as the Horizon amphitheater. Now, they call this an amphitheater because they actually have live music going on during the day sometimes, but definitely at night they'll have a DJ come on and play some tunes. Really awesome spot. Inside this door, that's going to take you to the Sportsplex, which involves quite a few different areas, one of them being the arcade. Now, this is our 3rd MSC ship, and I've got to say, they don't really cater to the kids as far as arcade, which is fine by me because arcade is just sucking money. It's so expensive, but compared to some other cruise lines, there's not a lot of variety, and it's quite small, as you can see here, so not a great selection of games if you're looking for an arcade. Outside of the arcade, there are some like claw machines and things of that nature. Again, try to stay away if you can. Moving forward, you have more of the Sportsplex area, including the F1 simulator, which is basically like a virtual experience of riding in an F1 simulator car. Now, also in this area, you have the Cinema 4D, as well as the Flight Simulator, where you can pick a couple of different movies. One was like a dinosaur experience, another I think was zombie, and it's all in 4D. Of course, it comes at a cost. You also have bowling. You have 2 different lanes, so if you want to play, against a spouse or brother, sister, friends, whatever, you have the option to do that. They also have the sports bar in this area where you can get a variety different of drinks, as well as different like smoothies and things of that nature. Now, we will check out the basketball court or the Sportsplex in just a second. We'll come back to that. But first, let's go into the gym. Now, the gym on board the Meraviglia, although it did have quite a few machines, treadmills, bikes, free weights, all that good stuff, it was quite small for the amount of guests that are on board. So just keep that in the back of your mind. It was very, very busy the first couple of days. Then it kind of wind down a little bit, but we thought it would be a lot bigger for this size ship, kind of something like we saw on the Seascape, for example. Now moving up to deck 18, you have the Sky Lounge, which I really thought this was going to be a yacht club area, but it is actually only an adults only area on board the Meraviglia. It played, or it had a lot of like classical music being played. Beautiful area, was one of our favorite venues because it is basically a 360-degree view, all glass, so you get to, you know, see the nightlife on the ship that's happening on, you know, the sun deck, as well as, you know, just the ocean going by or your destination. Of course, there is a bar in here. We ordered the espresso martinis quite a bit and just had a great experience in there. Now down the hall from the adults only Sky Lounge, you have the Doremiland area. This is going to be like the kids camp on board, but first we have, like I promised, the better video of the Sportsplex. This is where you can play some, you know, full court basketball, soccer, all that good sporting events take place in there. Now because of security purposes, I didn't get a great video of, you know, the kids camp. Of course, you know, you can't record in that area, but it is right there. Rhett, our little one, he's 7. He went quite a few nights. He enjoyed his time in there. So they do a lot of different activities, crafts, and they also take them you know, around about the ship. Now, if you do have some teenagers coming on board, this would be the area for them. A great area to kind of meet and greet, hang out. You know, they do have some planned events, video games, movies, things of that nature. Now, outside of the teens club area, you have the adults only amphitheater again. This is just, you know, one deck up from where we came in, so just another view. There are 2 hot tubs on either side of this area as well. Now moving up to deck 19, we have the top Solarium. Now technically I wasn't supposed to be in this area, but I did ask the crew member if I could take just a quick video, and that's what it was. Beautiful area. Also on deck 19, you have the Polar Aqua Park. Now this is a very large area with tons of different slides, splash pads, and different water activities. You also have the ropes course, which you'll see in a second. Now the pool in this area was closed for the duration of our sailing. I'm not sure if they were doing repairs or, you know, painting or whatnot, but it was closed the entire week, so hopefully it'll be open for you. They do have a bar in this area as well, which is the Polar Bar. Now I did experience 2 out of the 3 water slides. The toilet bowl one, I'm gonna call it, I did by myself. It was pretty fun, and then me and Rhett actually did the 2-person tube one, and that was a great time. Rhett was a little nervous, but I went with him, kind of held him with my feet, and we had an awesome time. So again, that's the ropes course there. That's the pool that was closed for the week. Again, I'm not really sure why, but just a great area for a water park on a ship. Now that is the MSC Meraviglia full ship tour. If you have any questions in regards to this ship or any other cruise related questions, let me know in the comment section below. Do me a favor, hit like on the way out. It helps me tremendously and I appreciate it. If you do like cruise informational videos like this one, cruise news, vlogs, as well as interacting with us on lives, consider subscribing. Hopefully we'll see you right back here in the next video or on a cruise ship one day. Catch you later.
I woke up with the sun today, rolled out of bed and said, I'm gonna have some fun today, and that's just what I did. The birds were singing, come outside, I felt giddy like a kid. If life is like a swimming pool, you know I'm jumping in. We got the perfect summer day, so put me in your plans. You know that this doesn't happen every day. So everybody clap your hands, 'cause when we raise on high, every hand in the sky, we're the super fans, feeling grand in the grandstands. Shout it out, make some noise, make it loud, soaking up the lovely weather, everything just comes together. I woke up feeling good today, my journey has begun. I gotta give a shout out to the green grass and the sun. It's a long way off, a tricky shot, but I know it can be done. Another day, another game, another hole in one, yeah. We got the perfect summer day, so put me in your plans. You you know that this doesn't happen every day. So everybody clap your hands, 'cause when we raise them high, every hand in the sky, we're the super fans, feeling grand in the queer stands. Shout it out, make some noise, make it loud, soaking up the lovely weather, everything just comes together. Lift them up, all the hands, all at once, we're the super fans, feeling grand in the queer stands, and keep them there, all the hands in the air. We're wishing it could last forever, baby, put your hands together. The weather's just so fine, wish I could bottle time, 'cause if you only pause, you'll hear the crowd applaud. They're cheering for you now, stand up and take a bow. You know that you deserve it, today is picture perfect. Raise them high, every hand in the sky, we're the super fans, feeling grand in the clear stands. Shout it out, make some noise, make it loud, soaking up the lovely weather, everything just comes together. Clap our hands, clap our hands, clap our hands, we're the super fans, feeling grand in the clear stands. Clap our hands, clap our hands, clap our hands, we're wishing it could last forever, baby, put your hands together. That's why we clap our hands. That's why we clap our hands.